So now let's look at some more views here. We have the next view is the media view. And this is also again for all the dogs that are active. And the first column here says when was the last picture of this dog taken and how many days has it been since that. The second column says when was the last video of that dog taken and how many days has it been since that. So and then the third column here, for this field gives you a list of all the records that it has. So all the videos that we have, for example, of Abbott, those are come here. So now this has conditional formatting. So for example, if it's been more than 60 days, so here we can do conditional formatting. So green is for videos or pictures that are less than 30 days. Orange is for between 30 and 60, and red is for otherwise. So you could kind of quickly see who is missing videos and who is missing pictures and how many days since this dog has had his picture taken or not, and then link to those to that specific media. Next, we will talk about the dog's cost to date. So this is basically a table that gives you how much have you spent on a certain dog. And now to mention also, on the top of every column there is here is a function, and you could adjust this function. So for example, at this point it's sum, so it's giving you all the dogs that you have for sale, but you could also look, sorry, the average price per dog that you have for sale, which is 22,000. Let's go back to the sum. Uh, Also the average, how much you spent per dog by puppy raiser, and the sum. So here, this is basically based on two pieces of information. The first one is how much you have spent on puppy raisers, and this uses the how many days this dog has spent with puppy raisers multiplied by the rate of that puppy raiser, and then the coins that have been given to every person in regard to that dog, and it calculates the total cost that you have in this dog. Now, obviously, the more data we start entering into Airtable, the more we could, the more accurate that number will become. Next, we will look at all the dogs that you have for sale. And so this is basically, we have filtered only the active dogs and the ones that are for sale. So this is gives you all the GSDs that you have for sale, all the giant schnauzers that you have for sale, all the Dobermans you have for sale, all the Hunt Terriers, Rottweilers, and so forth. It's grouped by uh, it's grouped by it's grouped by breed, and you have the price of the dog, the date of birth, age, the litter that it came from, the titles, the weight, and if there are any notes related to this dog. Um, Next, you could also look at your for sale as a gallery. So this is so right now we have a gallery for every dog. Sophie, there's a profile picture of her, age, price, and where is she. We could customize these cards and add whatever we want here. So for example, if you want to add the sire and the dam, that's something you could kind of see who the father, who the mother is, and that gives you the pedigree also of all the dogs that you have. Let's say you want to sort by breed and then by name. So I'll take the date of birth out, and now I have sorted it by name. Um, this is only for the dogs that are for sale. Obviously, I could create another view like this for the Build-A-Beast or for the entire portfolio, etc. Next, we'll look at our breeding stock, and again, this is in a grid view. So this is all your breeding stock: the German Shepherds, the Giant Schnauzers, the Dobermans, the German Pinschers. That's your breeding stock. So this is only the dogs that you have labeled as breeding stock, and then next is the wildebeest dogs, and these are the dogs that you have labeled as wildebeest, and the information prevalent to them. Um, that's pretty much for the views for the dogs. The rest need a little bit of work. Um, Now, obviously, these views could be customized and to display whatever information you want. The more you can tell us, the more information you want. But this is basically what you could kind of go through right now and what data you have available, and we try to focus it through the system of views that we have.